Hi traders, this is Chris here at thetradingmentors.com, your head coach and mentor. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. So this is the weekly Forex forecast for the 13th to the 17th of February. So we're going to go through the markets. And one of the most common questions I get asked about price action charts. So I put together a chart here which you might find interesting. It works great alongside the gold software. And it's another way to trade it in extreme conditions, and very, very successful. We'll go on to the markets. We'll look at the DXY, see where US dollar goes next. Is it risk on, risk off? The yen futures are very important because they give us the insight into the direction of all the yens before they've actually moved. So that's a great one. We'll have a look at that. Indices, where next? We'll have a look at those. Commodities, gold, silver and oil. Double tops, double bottoms, triple tops, triple bottoms. We love those, especially if they're on order blocks. We're going to be looking for those, and they are highly successful, highly profitable. And then we'll do a full Forex analysis with some coaching along the way. And then lastly, at the end of the video, I'll give you my favorite trades for this week. And don't forget, you can become a member. 14-day trial, it's $30 a month. Very small price to pay, and every day during a New York session I'll send you a video on demand as to what's happening in the markets, why it's happening, and give you coaching at the same time. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please do so now. So what I do in the afternoons during the New York session, I do about a 20-minute, 25-minute video on demand of the markets, what's going on in the markets, what's buying, what's selling, and I put on positions, take off positions, move my stops, and you can follow me throughout. So in this instance here, waiting for the US yen to break up. Once it does, we'll be going long, and hopefully that will go off to the races. But let's do the analysis. So let's see what's going on in the markets. I'm delighted to welcome you to the weekly Forex forecast, and let's see what's going on. The DXY is 103.57. Now it's got a bit of a problem, hasn't it? Because what's likely to happen in the next few hours on Monday anyway, we'd like to see a double top at 103.98, 104. But we have to wait and see whether this pushback is a continuation of a trend, because this is an order block and a sell zone. So as long as the price is held on this support area, which you should have on your charts. By the way, if you've got the Advanced Pro charts, then this will emulate your chart exactly. So this tells us where the price is likely to go. The predicted software as part of the Advanced Pro charts tells us where it's going. And the target for dollar is 105 this week. The yen futures are consolidating. So we have to wait for a breakout somewhere. We don't mind either way, because if it breaks up, which is highly likely as predicted by the software, to 007810, that means that all the yens that would go over each day are going to fall. So there's going to be some great opportunities once this breaks out, either to the top side or to the bottom of this wedge formation. So once we get clear definition of a break, then of course we want to know about it, and every day I'll be looking at that and letting you know. If you're in the VIP room, then of course I'll let you know there as well. Indices are fairly mixed because it's awaiting the dollar to make a move, but nonetheless this is the Dow Jones and US 30 as it's known otherwise, and the target for this week is 34,182. Nasdaq 12,304. Bounced off the order block, hit our target of 12,483, previously 11,520, buy, and now we've got a sell. So the target for the next week, or next few days even, 11,402. This is what we like. Double bottoms on an order block. So these blocks here, if you don't know, are called order blocks. They are what we call green zones, buy zones and sell zones. So we've got a sell zone up here, but the double bottom indicates a reversal is likely but not confirmed yet. but the price, once it gets confirmed, will head for 22,000. S&P 500 4090. It's hit an order block similar to the Nasdaq, and highly likely to continue to fall. And it needs to break. There's a bit of support here, isn't it? As you can see with this blue line automatically drawn for you, but nonetheless we'll go for 39.39. Not on an order block, but nonetheless seems to have gone too far. The Bitcoin currently 21,742, previously hit our target of 23,830 and a few other targets we had previously, so this has gone too far. It may well pull back to the buy zone, but if it doesn't, it's just going to continue upwards as predicted by the software to 23,179. Most commodities are dictated by the US dollar. The US dollar is a little bit mixed at the moment, but looking bullish, which means that commodities tend to go down. So we've had a double top on silver. If you got that, congratulations. If you got in at the very top on the order block, congratulations. And the price is now heading for $20.87. On to West Texas oil. We had a buy order down here at $73.86. As the price hit its target of $74, a reversal, divergence, and therefore price continued up. Currently $79.70 and heading for $81 again. Look out for this one, because if it comes off, then we will have we had a triple top. We had a double top, then the third one. This could be the fourth one. It will find it difficult to get through this brick wall. So we're going to have to wait and see, but certainly $81. On to gold, currently $18.65. I'm going to go over gold software in the next few minutes for you, just to give guys who are members a better understanding, and for people who are not members to see how it works, why it works, and how to profit. Plus I'm going to do a price action chart so you can see how that works as well and explain why it works. So gold currently $18.65, moving down below the 50-day moving average. There's lots of resistance here. These red lines are resistance, and the price is highly likely to go to $18.37. The predictive software is saying there may be a little bit of a break back up to $18.88, a double top, which is lovely. We hope to get that before it rolls over to $18.37.22. Pound USD, there is some resistance, so it's some support here. As you can see, the green areas are order blocks, so you may see this push up a little bit, but nonetheless very weak. And if the dollar takes off as we expect to 105, then of course this is going to drive the price down as well, and the target is 1.1230. Euro dollar 106.76. As you can see quite clearly, there's a double bottom, but not on an order block, so this can be ignored. The likelihood, as predicted by the software, is that it's going to go down and continue down, but it needs to break below 106.69 and finish below there, and then it's going to head for 105.50. Now the US Swiss is an interesting one. We've been covering this week in the DVA, and as you can see here, we've got a double top on an order block. This is very, very interesting, because if the dollar's going to take off, then this will go with it upwards. But there's a brick wall there in the way, isn't there? This is going to be very difficult for this pair to get through it. I mean, it may do. Of course, anything can happen, but very rarely do you see that. The predictive software is saying sell as well. So once we get price structure confirmed, and this will really coincide if the DXY decides to go short, then of course this will drive this down as well. So that'd be a bit of correlation there. The target is 9.9050. Good old US yen, not doing much. As we can see here, we had a lovely triple bottom, which is just what we want because you always get the bounce. So the bounce has happened. The price has consolidated back down to the 50-day moving average. It could come a little bit deeper onto this support area here at 130 before the bounce if the dollar's going to take off. If the yen's going to weaken as well, the yen weakens, then this will take off as well. So if the yen futures goes down, this will go up. So I'm waiting a break here, as I mentioned in my MT4 platform. I need that break first. I'm not holding my breath. I am going to wait, so we probably won't be trading yens this week. I will be doing some coaching on order blocks this week because markets have been fairly sideways. It tends to draw too many order blocks. So I've narrowed it down, and you can see actually an order block here, but it's not any particular colour, but you can see it quite clearly. So we did have a double top on the US Canadian on an order block, so that is red hot, and the target for this is this week 132.50. Aussie USD, after the double top, what tends to happen is once you get a break of the neckline, it continues to target. Target is defined by the fib extension. The fib extension target for this week is 0.6809. Same pattern for the Kiwi, New Zealand USD, but don't trade both, please. Choose one. Target for this one is 0.6193. I said I wasn't going to trade the yens. Sometimes you just see a setup and you think, well, it's one trade. This is the Swiss yen. So we've got a double top on an order block, and this is fantastic. These are very, very tradable, and we're looking for a push back up to 142.50 because that is the trend line there, if you see that there, and target is going to be 140.50. I like to show all the double tops. I mark them in mauve here, purple, just so it reminds me what's going on. Blues are buys, purples are double tops, double bottoms, and the orange are just interesting charts. So this is the Aussie Canadian double bottom, but not on an order block, and likely to continue and break out. So just keep an eye on this one. We'll see this in a DVA, daily video analysis. See there. Euro Aussie, we're in this one, 15429 currently. As we can see here that the price is completely sideways. We had a trade a week or two ago. Now we're in it, and I've stuck with this one purely because there's enough information to suggest that it's going to continue up. I'll be looking at this in the daily video analysis. There's an order block up here, so we've got a target of 155.82. As I said earlier, I'll be doing an update on order blocks on Monday when I do the daily video analysis, and anybody that's as a member will get the updates on the software as we progress, because sometimes the markets just become too busy. We have to take some off and put some on. So this is the pound Swiss, and we've got a sell order. And target for this week is 105.13. Could be a big move in sterling. We've got a long position on pound Aussie. We have massive divergence on the MACD back here. So there's going to be a breakout at some stage to the upside. However, at the moment we can see that the predicted software is saying sell. So we'll watch this on Monday morning. I'll be up at 6 AM. I do the analysis at 6 AM every morning. And then I'll talk to members as what's going on. And of course, it's now hit an order block here as well and likely to fall. So if this continues, difficult to tell really, because there's a support here. It's achieving higher highs. So it might just come down a little bit before it bounces upwards. Our target for the long position is 178.90. Pound New Zealand, the last one. Then we go on to the oil gold software and the price action software, then I'll go on to my my favorite trades for the coming week. So the pound, this has got a double top on an order block, which is interesting, which is likely means it's likely to fall off, but the predictive software is saying up at the moment. So we'll be entering this probably Monday morning, so look out for that. 1.8750 is the target. Just to explain how the gold software works, okay, we have buy and sell signals on the left. Let's get rid of those for a minute. We have buy and sell signals on the left. This is a 30-minute chart, so it's very slow. Once we get the sell signals, then we're in. And the one on the right is break of structure chart. So in other words, it's going only in one way. As we can see here, there's consolidation. So you've got support down here and you've got resistance up here. So that's not tradable. Break of structure is when we see this going on to the upside. We have a buy on the left and then it goes up. That might not seem a lot. But that's 100 pips there in about an hour or less. Break of structure there, 1859 goes down to 1853, so 60 pips. So, and there's a big move here. So I'm just explaining this first before I go on to the alternative way to do it using price action charts. So there's your sell signal, and that is massive. You can easily bank 200 pips within a few hours when it starts to move. So let me explain what happens during that time. So notice this stochastic here on the 30-minute chart, overbought. So what you're looking for, and this is people who've got the software will understand it a lot better, of course. What you're looking for is all three stochastics to be overbought. Above 80, above 80, above 80. This indicates there's going to be a complete reversal. So let me go on to the price action charts. Remember what I've just said. So here's a price action chart which indicates the reversal points to which you could get in really early and bank a lot of money very quickly. So let me rewind a bit. So as I mentioned in the gold software, at the point where the 30-minute and all the rest of the charts is overbought, this is highly significant and highly likely to reverse. Let me wind out a bit so you can see here. So this, in other words, has gone too far and it has to fall. Now from 1871, there's a signal there to sell, to 1856, that's a big move, and that can be done within a few hours. Now in this situation here, you had an oversold situation on the stochastic. This is a reversal. You had a bullish order block, bearish order block, bearish order block. The entries are really quick because you just get in on that point with a very tight stop, 2 or 3 pips, 2 or 3 pips, 2 or 3 pips. The risks rewards are enormous because what's that? 1864 goes down to 1853, so 90 pips. This one here, order block, bearish, confirmed, red candle is sell, green candle is buy, very straightforward. But all these are leading indicators based upon price action. So there's no lagging here. You only trade this on gold, for instance, works on silver as well, but you only trade this when you've got very extreme overbought or oversold conditions, because there's going to be a big move to the opposite direction. Now of course you can have divergence as well. So if you spot divergence, then that's going to be a big move as well. Okay, so the price is moving down, yet the stochastic is going up, and vice versa. So that is price action. Don't forget, we'll be updating these every day in the daily video analysis, and teaching you and coaching you at the same time, and giving you more and more information, great value. So come on board and I'll help you on your way to success. My trades for this week to watch out for are Dow Jones to 34,182, Aussie USD to 0.6809, Swiss yen to 140.50, pound Swiss down, selling to 105.20, could be a big move there, and the pound New Zealand double top on an order block down to 187.50. So look out for those guys, and I'll update you every day. If you want to join, please do.